Welcome aboard Avalina, the 2019 Palm Beach 65 Flybridge, one of the finest Palm Beach models that we've ever made at our factory. This one was made at our Grand Banks Marine Group factory in Malaysia, along with all our boats that we build now. This one has one of the strongest build orders that I've ever seen, and she's available now for immediate delivery. We're out on the swim platform of Avalina. So this is a fixed platform. The hull comes underneath this to give us more buoyancy in the back end, and it makes a very rigid platform back here. This Avalina is equipped with the hydraulic platform here. This is a Opak Maori transformer, they call it. It lifts up, hydraulically comes out, and basically gives you your own beach with some steps back into the boat. You can put two chairs on it, put yourself up off the boat. It's a really, really super option. So as we step forward up into the cockpit, it's just one step up. And underneath the cockpit here, you really can't tell by profile, but there's a dinghy garage there. So if we lift the dinghy garage up, we will see that there's a 10.5-foot hard bottom inflatable there with a Mercury outboard, a really easy self-launching system that all our Palm Beach models from 55 up come with. It's a really great feature. So as I come forward here, there's some access storage hatches here on the outboard sides. There's another one in the center that gives you some storage inside the belly of the dinghy, because of course the dinghy's right below that. We've got some storage on the outboard side, actually both port and starboard here on the hull side. And then on this boat, we built this beautiful L-settee on the starboard side forward. This is a really, really nice space when the boat's running to be able to look aft and not be involved with any spray or wind, but also to seat and be under cover here. Above us, we have the fixed awning option from the factory, which is designed to look like the boat. Of course, it was designed by Mark Richards here, like everything else. It's got lighting built into it. It's something that you can run the boat with at any speed you want. It's up all the time. Great for the Florida weather. As we move over to the port side forward here, of course, we have the Flybridge access here. We have a ice maker underneath the counter here. There's a aft control station here. So this is showing one of the options that's on board, but this is the twin disc EJS Systems joystick control. You can select this from any one of the three stations. We'll talk more about that as we go below. There's a start stop here too in case you need it. So sync on that side, and then trash on this side. As we get to the inboard side here, we have a refrigerator. So this is great for a drink fridge outside here and available to the cockpit. From there, we can walk around the side deck. So we'll move over to this port side here. Notice we have these very large cut into the deck steps for really easy access as we step forward here. Really, it's designed to make it, pretty foolproof on how you go forward. Interim vents on this inboard side. This one has a beautiful teak toe rail. You have grab rails both up high right here at my arm height, and then I'm also looking down at the bow rail section that starts from here forward. Two great spring cleats along the way. An opening gate here that gives you a forward boarding scenario to go along with the swim platform. There's a sun pad that sits in the center out here, an optional one. All the hatches are down below. They all have covers as we go forward. This one has the optional bow seating that we offer. This is just a great spot to come up and sit where you're, running around, at least in the intercoastal and stuff. Kids love it. Other people like to sit up here. Of course, your anchor setup is up here as well. You can operate the anchor from here, or you can operate it from either one of the stations. Just a great, one of our great features and options. Like I said, this one has about every option you can buy. So as we head back, nice wide, decks. This is, of course, just like the other side. Mid-rail gates again here on this side. And then I can just walk straight forward. This is about where the rail starts, so right at the spot where you'd probably like to have it in transition with the rail getting a little bit lower. And then I'm back to the cockpit and just an easy step in. So one thing we didn't talk about before, but on the rear facing part of the cockpit, we have beautiful built-in seating with this teak table, a couple of very nice chairs here. This is a very large area. You can put lots of other chairs. This can hold a lot of people, and it's a big area to enjoy with everything it has to offer. Now we're going to head up to the flybridge. Welcome up to the flybridge on Avalina. I've just come up the really easy grading of the ladder from the cockpit. It's really comfortable to get up here. So up on top, around the back, we have nice double railing, very comfortable, safe feeling. We have a newer life raft off to the starboard side. It's not quite mounted yet, so you can decide where you'd like to put it. There's a couple of insulated boxes here on both sides, so you can use that as a spot for drinks and ice, or you can use it for storage. As you come forward, there's a large LCT on the starboard side with a nice teak table, very comfortable spot. As you come forward, of course, we have 2 STID helm seats. Up here, there's even room for a third one. Very nice electronics console here with another 8617 Garmin screen. And as you go across here, we have the trim tab control, a separate stereo control for up here in this zone, a Garmin autopilot, searchlight, anchor control, another one of the twin disc EJS system controllers on this side, and then of course your regular throttle set up here. There's a start-stop down here on this end in case you need to do that from up here. Now with the twin disc EJS system, which is hydraulic bow and stern thruster, as well as the dynamic positioning option that they offer in this package, it gives you hydraulic thrusters with the joystick control, but it also gives you some regular controls, regular thruster controls. On this setup, it's mounted on the port side over here. Lower station has a similar setup. So a full function spot. The bridge, as we have on all Palm Beaches, you have a tremendous view from here. I can see straight down to the forward part of the cabin here, or anything up in that foredeck. Very easy vision from up here. Nice bimini top on top with a nice rigid frame. I think that's very, very nice. There's a lot of area and spaciousness up here. There's room if you wanted to add anything else up here. Down this port side, it's really wide open, so if you wanted to add other storage or just other toys or whatever, there's plenty of room for that. Let's head down to the back deck again. This is the engine room hatch here. It gives nice access into her Volvo D13 1000 horsepower straight shaft drives. The engine room also, of course, has the generator in it and all the converters and inverters and everything else system-wise that's on the boat. It's also very well ventilated. When you look at a Palm Beach engine room, you'll see that it's finished like the rest of the boat is. Every line, every hose, everything is just absolutely perfect. There's teak flooring down there. The finish is just like the rest of the boat all the way around. Engine room is spectacular. Into the Salon aboard Avalina. This is where you really feel her 19 2-inch beam. She's a very roomy boat all the way around. So starting on the port side, you have a beautiful LCT of ultra leather on this port side. You have a large teak table to complement that, and you can bring a couple of other chairs in on this side. The table closes away like this to add more space when you're not using it as a dining table, and still makes a good cocktail table like that. When I move over to the starboard side, we have one of our most popular options in this boat. This is our lounge option. Now, this is so different than just having opposing settees, especially with such a wide beam. This becomes a cozy nook area for 4 people, and it's really comfortable. It's very different. If you haven't seen this, I would suggest you come in and try it, but this is a very special area. On Avalina here, we have both windows in the back dropping 100% down, as well as these 2 forward windows. This is a feature of all of our Palm Beaches, something that Mark Richards in the factory designed into the boats 25 years ago. All of our boats come with it. It's a very simple system, but it really allows you to open up the boat with just a tap of a finger. Basically, it feels and looks just like your car. It's a really great feature. On the side of the helm over here, when you open this one all the way, you're at a very level spot with this helm seat to be able to stick your foot right over, and you're right at a spring cleat. When you try this in person, it actually works really well and really easy. It's a simple boat to handle. So if we step up to the helm here, we have 2 Garmin 17-inch screens. We have the twin disc EJS system, the thruster controls here, the joysticks on the opposite side. This boat is equipped with a Seakeeper 9 gyro stabilizer, which is operated here. And then there's a couple of other smaller Garmin screens here, autopilot, a repeater where you can pull up whatever you'd like, called the GMI 20, and then as I sit here, this is one of our Palm Beach custom designed seated helms, designed totally ergonomically with the boat. With this Palm Beach V-warped hull, we essentially have a very minimal to no bow rise. So this is the same vision you'll see here at 20 knots or at 25 knots. It's amazing to say that. No other boat that I've ever been on in my life does that, but it actually works that way in real form. Just a perfectly designed seat, easy to sit up here with a couple of people, or put your foot up on the other, put your leg up on the other side. Really, really super. There's a nice chart locker just to the port of it here, and then the electrical panel is just right here. It's a very simple one. Electrical panels here, how you transfer power over with the generators here, inverter system, manual bilge pump switches. It's just a very simple, concise, easy to use package. So then we close that back up. So let's talk about the performance of the boat a little bit. This boat, like all of our Palm Beaches, have unbelievable efficiency at all speeds. Whether you're going 10 knots, at 10 knots, this boat burns under 10 gallons an hour. It's an incredible thing. I've never seen anything like that from a boat like this that actually will top speed over 30 knots. Her higher cruising speeds are 25, 26 knots really comfortably. It's really easy. She's a real performer out on the water, but you actually get both ends of the spectrum. At those higher speeds, she's burning about 35 gallons an hour. Ask me for the chart and I'd be happy to send it to you. It's an incredible feat. When I look behind the boat running at 20 or 25 knots, you have very minimal weight. You can tell there's essentially no drag in the bottom. And that has to do with our V-warp hull and the system we use to produce the boat with our carbon fiber upper deck house. That's lowering the weight. That V-warp hull does not need weight to perform like so many other boats that I've been on over my life. This one, we like to desire to lose weight, but keep the best construction we have possible. So on the bottom of the boat, we have infused E-glass. That combination of the carbon with the infused E-glass makes a structure that that no one has anything finer than this. It's just an amazing ride. You can't make the boat, get the boat to make any noise. You can't make it pound. You can't make it slap. Come for a ride in a Palm Beach and let me show you. So let's move over to the other side of Avalina, on the port side of the Salon forward. So the first owner of this boat did a really nice build spec here where he had a dinette built in here. Of course you can come up here with people on both sides. You've got a beautiful table in between the two sides. But if I'm running from down here and other people are at the helm on the other side, you can comfortably sit here with a couple of people, and whether the table's open and you're having something to eat or reading or something, I have perfect view from here to see everything that you can see from the captain's seat. So it works great as a co-pilot seat, yet you can bring 4 people up here and have a really nice area with perfect vision all the way around the boat. Very nice add-on by her original owner. Heading below here, like in all our Palm Beaches, the boat is very low, which goes along with the low center of gravity we talked about and the weight and so forth. But we only have 2 steps down here till we're in the lower level. And this boat is equipped with the galley down, so it's completely open on top. So it's easy to feel like you're a part of what's going on in the salon from this level with only the 2 steps. So very nicely equipped setup with, of course, with refrigeration, with Miele speed oven, dishwasher, more refrigeration, freezer, Miele cooktop, and lots of storage throughout. Good headroom, a hatch above, just a really nice setup. In the center here of the hallway, we have a hatch that lifts up with an abundance of storage area there, which makes a great spot for long-term storage. As we looked aft here, this is the 3rd stateroom. We have 2 bunks here, and on the outboard side to the starboard on the way through, we have our washer dryer, and then we have a head and shower with its full height stand up down inside there. So I can walk down here and give you an idea. So when I'm down here in this bunk room, I'm in here no problem, and I can simply close this pocket door to shut this off and make it a private stateroom. So great for that 3rd stateroom. Nice hallway here, nice wide open. So if I move forward from here, we have our midship master stateroom, which is on the starboard side in Avalina. And it's a beautiful center line, large berth, nice Nice, easy walking all the way around. Storage below. In-suite head and shower on the forward starboard side, so it's a big space. We have some nice accents here with a carbon fiber sink, carbon fiber head, and some other carbon inside the shower. But this is a huge head and shower space, a great owner's head and shower. And then you know, you can be in the shower, someone else can be using the other side. All very simple, good storage in here. Just a nice space. On the aft section, you've got some, you can see the inlaid mirrors here, but inside there we've got hanging locker space, drawer storage space, and then, you know, it's simple to open one. You see the bank of lockers at the bottom, very nicely designed. And then on the forward side of the bed, we have a Sony TV on this end. Of course, we have KVH satellite TV. We have stereos throughout the boat. Everything you'd like to have for the comforts of cruising. So let's step back out here into the hallway. And just opposite the door for the master, there's a beautiful linen locker here. Great spot to have linens, towels, and such. Then going forward, you have a combination day head, and which has a separate stall shower as well, again accented with the carbon fiber head and sink and in the shower section the way the master did. And then if I move forward, I'm in the VIP. So like all of our Palm Beaches in this category, we've tried to make this the easiest bed that you could possibly make with no indents up in the front, and one that's low enough where you can actually walk in and just sit down without climbing any mountains on the side. Well, this berth does that beautifully, and there's no headbangers up on that forward end. It just makes a beautiful stateroom, and with the finish of the wood up here, with the grain going the way it does, storage on the outboard side, lockers on this side for storage, and then hanging locker to port. This is just a beautiful guest stateroom. There's another TV facing this way, so we have the two in these two main staterooms, and then we have the Salon TV as well. Thank you for watching my video of Avalina today, the 2019 Palm Beach 65 Flybridge. As you've seen, you know, she's a very outstanding boat. She offers many things that, you know, all our Palm Beach models offer, and even more. The best thing about the situation with this boat right now is she's very much like a brand new boat, but yet she's available today without the wait. She has all the options that you'd want. She's ready to go now. Just give me a call.